Welcome to TTR Networking's Authentic Videocast. I am Nicole Williams, along with my co-host, Jennifer Johnson. Jennifer, how are you today?
I'm doing well. You always make everybody so happy with your happiness. You're just sparkling. I'm doing really well, and it is so good to be here today. We have Brooke Starling is with us. Doesn't that sound like a famous, like an actress? And look, she's pretty too and everything. Wow, she's cool. But we're so excited because we did book Brooke that's been a little while ago. So I was anxious to get her on here. She's been kind of busy though. So she can tell us a little bit more about that. But actually the first question, Brooke, is, the first thing is to please tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how, well, the COVID now is kind of in the back view mirror a little bit, not completely gone, but maybe share with us how that has affected your business, and it's yours. Take it away. We're glad you're here.
Sure. Awesome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
So my official work title is personal lines advisor. So in other words, I'm an insurance agent. I bring new business to Connor Insurance by shopping around several different carriers to find the best possible coverages and premiums for people in all different types of situations. So like new home buyers, new car buyers, people that are refinancing, someone that's just looking for lower rates, etc. Anyone. My home title is wife and mom. I've been a mom for a little over 3 months now. So that's fun. And as far as COVID goes, honestly, I got really lucky because it didn't affect my business all that much. Everyone needs insurance. So it's not like it's something that you can put on the back burner. I mean, it's, you have to have it. And actually, when things slowed down a little bit, people had a chance to review their insurance, which normally they don't do because there's just not enough time in the day. So that was kind of nice for me that, people were like, actually, let's see if we can get some lower rates now that we're sitting at home, not doing anything.
Right.
And then, but, mentally, obviously COVID was difficult on people. And I do like to be more social, and I like to be in the office with my team because I have an amazing team. So I am glad that now things are starting to get back to normal, and we're now going into the office 3 times a week. So that's, it gets you in a little bit of a better headspace by getting to see everyone. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the mom thing, because that was definitely what I meant. She's been pretty busy. What's your son's name again?
It's Bodhi, Bodhi.
Oh, Is that a family name or anything?
It's not. It's cool. Actually a type of tree that it's hard to explain. So it means the awakening, and it's basically the tree that Buddha sat under when he had his awakening.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So well, I've heard the name before, but now that I kind of understand where it comes from, that's pretty cool. Very cool. Well, go ahead, Nicole.
Okay, well, yeah, that's super cool. We are so glad you are here today, Brooke.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so our show is all about authenticity, being genuine. We're wondering what that word means to you and your business. How do you incorporate that?
Yeah, so authentic to me basically just means being real with yourself, being real with others, or being true to yourself and truly being yourself.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think that's so important with my profession, because you want someone that's, going to be straightforward with you and, tell you everything about insurance that you need to know, and, so you understand it. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like people want to get to know their insurance agent, and, I don't know, I try to be friends with everyone, all my clients. So I think that's a way to differentiate from other people.
Yeah,
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. You're in TTR networking, and how do you find new business in your industry? Are there other avenues you use besides the TTR networking, or how do you do that?
Yeah. So I basically referral partners. I form relationships with realtors and mortgage brokers. That's honestly the best way in my business to be successful, that I see at least. Once you have a large network of good referral partners, then you can be pretty set. And then obviously referrals from other people as well. Everyone, word of mouth is big and in this industry also.
Well, and I think that's one thing that I probably, I don't want to sound like, when I talk to people, probably the most common thing I say all the time is that you're not necessarily selling, you're building your referral so that they can listen, so when you said your referral partners, those are people that are out listening for those little things that would say, oh, that person needs to call Brooke. That's, I think people come at, it's very difficult. When you hear about a network or networking, you get excited because you're like, oh, everybody's going to buy from me. They might, maybe one or two might, but reality is what you're trying to do is build your little sales force that's going out, and they're aware of, hey, Brooke is really cool and she's very good at what she does, and I think you should call her. You're talking about your, whatever. So that's really cool. Well, you know what? And actually, I take notes. So I was just, as I'm writing that down, I'm like, yes, she gets it. All right. So how did you find us? I guess that's the question. How did you find TTR Networking?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Which group are you in, by the way? Go ahead.
So I am in Northside Networking group, and I was actually invited to sit in on a TTR meeting by an old coworker of mine. And I've since joined Northside Networking. That was a different group, but I've joined Northside Networking after that. And
I always, because it's funny, because most of the people that come to it, I have this memory of, that's right, that's how it happened. That's how we got lucky and got Brooke in our group. So you're in the North Side. Do you have any stories about, has anything turned into, because I don't hear all those, and that's not, or do you have any networking stories in general that you could share that, obviously you believe in the power of networking, or you wouldn't even have come to our group, to a group, and we know you do other networking, but any stories you'd like to share or anything?
So when it comes to be completely honest, when I joined TTR, I was 7 months pregnant. And then once I had my son, I was out of commission for a couple months while on maternity leave. So I don't think I've really gotten the chance to dive deep into forming relationships quite yet. I'm just now starting to figure out my new routine, and I'm excited to start, forming relationships with everyone in the group. So I don't have any stories from networking with the group yet. But as far as just in general, it's pretty hard starting out when you're first trying to build your networking, your referral partners. And luckily I am from Indy and I know quite a few people here. So when I first started, I already knew some realtors, I already knew some mortgage brokers, which was hugely helpful for me. And then that just kind of spiraled. They would introduce me to other people. I would go to their offices and meet other people in the office. Honestly, LinkedIn is a big resource for me. Just honestly going out and messaging people and saying, hey, let's meet for coffee has gotten me several partners.
Good.
So that's my way of kind of going out and trying to build my network.
You know, it's kind of funny though. I'm just going to say it before you ask the next question, Nicole. Sorry. This is authentic networking, right?
Yes.
I'm all tongue-tied. I can't even talk. When you were saying, even your story that you started out with, though, Brooke, was that you were referred from an old coworker who I believe is still in the network, which is kind of funny. But just the fact that he referred you, and now you're in our group, and now you have this connection. You know, have, which I'm in the Northside group. That was our original group. That's the one I attend every week. But the reality, I mean, it's all networking. I mean, here she had a coworker who sent her to the network. Now she's in the group. And, you know, I mean, that's exciting. And that's how it works, right?
It just spirals. Yeah.
It's this web or this spiral, however you want to think of it, that you just, and sometimes it's even hard to remember. That's why I get kind of curious when somebody says that they, you know, tells their story of how they ended up in our groups. Because I'm like, did I know that? I'm not sure. I guess I knew part of that, but so much is, you know, it's just so cool. So thank you for sharing that. I think it's Nicole's turn.
Yes. Well, in TTR Networking, we love to support our communities, you know, nonprofits, you know, giving back, whether it's helping out at church, helping out families, Christmas. We were wondering, what nonprofits do you like to support or that interest you?
Yeah. So my husband used to work for the YMCA. He worked there for 9 years for about 9 years. And so while he was there, we were very involved with the day-to-day there, as well as the events that they would put on. So that's a big one. They put on a really cool event for underprivileged families that over Christmas. It's called Breakfast with Santa, and it's an amazing event. They have buses go pick up these families and bring them in, and the kids can sit on Santa's lap, and they, you know, while the parents get to go shopping for their kids and in other rooms, and, you know, we're just kind of watching out for the kids. And I mean, it's just a great event. So that's something that we do every year. Also, Connor Insurance actually insures quite a few nonprofits. So through that, I've gotten involved with some Humane Society, which I think is Indie Humane now, but I've gone to some events for them. They had an event called the Mutt Strut at the the racetrack. So we got to walk around the racetrack we all brought our dogs, and and then also Agape is one that Connor insures. And a couple years, I think I went to the event that they put on, and Agape is a nonprofit that serves special needs children by offering different types of experiences with horses, actually. So it's really neat. So those are three that I'm very interested in.
Thank you for your support. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you want to add anything, Jennifer?
Well, could you tell I'm like chomping at the bit to, no, actually, I just think we're like zipping through this information really fast. I was an insurance agent for many years. So when I meet somebody and I tell people, and most people say, yeah, I know you hated insurance. I know. No, I really didn't hate. I loved my clients, but I did not really like the insurance business. But I know that you're a mom. I know that you're excited about your business. And can you just tell us the kinds of insurance you sell, and then tell us some of the hobbies you have? Because we know that you've got to have some other things besides baby and work, right?
Sure. So kind of insurance I sell, homeowners, auto insurance. We do umbrella policies. We can do personal articles policies, pet insurance.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Anything from like golf carts to four-wheelers.
Okay.
I mean, we can do condos and renter's insurance if you're in an apartment. Basically, any personal insurance we have the ability to do. And then
Okay.
Connor itself also has other divisions. So, they do commercial as well. So I'll get a lot of my clients that have businesses that they want insured. And that's something that I can refer out.
Cool.
To some of my business partners. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know that they do it commercial. Nicole
Yeah.
did. Oh, no, you
That's
didn't have,
awesome.
yeah, it's, because if you're not in the insurance world or you're not talking to, you might not know, just, so I always, just have you clarify. And I think pet insurance sounds so funny, but
I know.
that's really popular, isn't it?
I mean, it's getting more popular. Yeah. Yeah. When it first came out, it was very limited. So it was almost not worth it. It's getting to be better coverage though. And so more people are getting into it because it's starting to cover vet bills and different, illnesses that it didn't before. So yeah, it's becoming a bigger thing.
I better not say anything, but I know some people have talked about in pet insurance say, for the cost of veterinarians get paid, you should have some pet, or you should send your children to veterinarian school if you want.
Yeah.
Hobbies. What hobbies?
Yes, hobbies.
Yeah. Okay. Hobbies. So, well,
hobbies? I don't have any hobbies.
What are hobbies? Sleep? No,
it's boating.
Just boating. No, I am on a volleyball team, a sand volleyball team.
Cool.
With CCA, and trying to think what else.
Cool.
I mean, on the weekends I like to play pickleball. Basically my whole family, not my whole family, but my parents are here and my husband's parents are here and a couple siblings live here. So most weekends we're with family, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, we like to be with family.
Isn't that funny? Pickleball. You have to tell us about pickleball sometime.
I love pickleball.
I've heard of it, but I have no idea.
Oh, it's great.
But volleyball, sand volleyball, and pickleball. And to be fair, we didn't put that on the question list, so she had to think about it. And she's a tired mom who's pretty darn good. But to think of hobbies,
it's like, what do I do? I don't know.
You did great. You did great. Okay, Nicole, it's your turn.
Well, I think our audience is wondering, how can we get in contact with Brooke Starling? Could you leave us, share your best way to get in contact?
Yeah. So I have a Facebook business page that has all of my contact information on it. I also have all my information on the Connor Insurance website. Those are the two main ways to contact me. And I put my cell phone number on everything because that's the easiest way to reach me. So that's, I'll call, you can text, you can email, anything.
Isn't that amazing what we can what we can do? And one more way is our TTRnetworking.com website. Just look under Northside Networking and you'll see Brooke in her bio and all that. So yay! That is so awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Nicole, did you have anything else? Because before we always let our guest have the final thought, but is there anything we missed?
Is there anything you'd like to share that we have not shared? Gosh, we learned so much about all the insurances. I guess the one that intrigues me is like the pet insurance.
Yeah.
Is it like a fee per month and then a deductible, or does it kind of work like the regular?
I mean, it's just like your typical insurance. Yeah, it's a monthly fee. There is a deductible that has to be met. And there's a lot of different packages you can get. It's definitely something worth looking into if you are, if you have pets that are part of your family.
Do they do cats or is it just dogs?
Yeah, dogs and cats.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
I was presuming they did cats. Good question.
Yeah.
Of course, my cat, my Tupper.
Well, a lot of people have cats. I don't have cats, but I would think, but I don't know. They have 9 lives, so I don't know. I thought that was funny myself. I don't know.
I have a dog and a cat, and my cat she gets pretty bad seizures.
Yeah.
So I wish I mean, unfortunately I don't have pet insurance, but I wish I had when she first started getting seizures, because we were taking her to the vet all the time. And,
Yeah.
you know, it gets costly, like getting examinations done and blood work and all of that. So it's definitely something I wish had been, you know, offered to me at that time, but pre-existing conditions don't apply. So I couldn't get it for it now.
No, that's kind of that's
Yeah.
the little caveat in most of them,
Pre-existing, those
right?
pre-existing things.
No pre-existing.
Yeah.
Well then I guess what I know we we covered a lot, but do you have a final thought that you would like to leave today with?
Yeah. Just to talk a little bit more about insurance, I feel like a lot of people don't think twice about insurance, or they just want the cheapest possible policy there is. But now that I've worked in the industry, I've realized how important it really is. My goal as an agent is not just to get business, but also to be an educator. There's so many people that have no clue about their policies or what coverages they have. And I love to sit down with people and just go through their policies, go, you know, line by line, and explain all those coverages, because, you know, it's so important. Like we're insuring your most valuable assets, and it's something that you should pay, that I feel like people should pay more attention to. It's actually we had an agent that I feel like people are like, that's never going to happen to me. So no one really cares about insurance until something does happen. And then they're like, oh yeah, I really need this. We had an agent that worked at Connor, and she had a house fire, and her house completely burned down. And had it not been for her amazing insurance policy, she would have been, you know, in big trouble. And because of that, she fell in love with insurance and came to work with us. She had no, you know, history in insurance at all, but it's just, you know, it's just so important. And it's crazy because I haven't been in insurance all my life. You know, this is my first time being in insurance. I've been doing it for 3 years now, but prior to this, I didn't think about insurance. I had no idea what kind of auto policy I had. I had no idea, you know, what was protected and what wasn't. And now that I know so much about it, it's just so hugely important. And and I think it's, you know, it's I think a lot of people sometimes think, oh, insurance agents, like we don't need to go through that. We already have insurance, blah, blah, blah. But we're not just here to, you know, try to get a sale. Or I'm not. I want people to really understand the importance of it and you know their coverages, because why would you buy a house and not, you know, care about protecting?
Right. So you sit down with your clients probably yearly, right? And look at what the coverage to make sure it's still appropriate for them.
Yep. Yeah. So every year, we'll try to get any updates that have been done to the home, see if their policy has changed at all. And then another cool thing is, you know, obviously a lot of carriers raise premiums every year. That is a thing. So it's nice to be a broker, because, you know, you don't have to, when that happens, you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, now I have to, you know, go out and look for another policy and look for another carrier. I have to go shopping, blah, blah, blah. No, you can just come back to us. You're already in our agency. We will reshop everything for you. And yeah, I mean, it's great because yes, premiums go up. That will happen. But we have so many options that, you know, if premiums were higher last year with another carrier, they might be lower this year, and it might be a better fit for you. So, you know, it's like a one-stop shop.
So that's what a broker is basically, correct? Is that you can look, that's a great, I mean, I've always thought that was the answer. Now I won't tell you who I worked for when I was an insurance agent, because I was not in a brokerage, but yeah. And it seems like that makes so much more sense.
Yeah. I mean, I've never worked for a captive, but I just feel like it's just so nice to be a broker and have more than one option.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, and wow, good for you. Okay, well, I'm just so glad we could get you on the schedule, and that Bodie doesn't need you at the moment, so you can,
Me too.
and we'll have to have her back to talk about pickleball sometime, I guess.
Yes. Hear about that.
Yeah, I
But
would
that
love
kind of makes me hungry. I don't know.
Pickles.
I don't even like pickles that much. I don't know. Maybe it's lunchtime. I don't know. But we're very thankful you're here, and thank you so much for all the great information, and just thank you for being part of TTR. That's exciting to have you, and I know that it's fun to see you at the beginning. As you were saying, you've been with them for 3 years, but as far as our network, you've just kind of gotten started with us. So I'm excited to see where things lead. So
Yeah, and
thanks.
I have to say, I mean, obviously I haven't been in it that long, but like everyone has been so welcoming, and
Good.
like you, Jennifer, have been so great, and Kim Williams in our group is just so great and welcoming, and
Good.
easy to talk to, and so it's been a good experience so far.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. Good for you.
Yeah.
Close
Yay.
us up, Nicole. There you
Gonna
go.
close it up. One thing I'd like to do is thank Brooke again.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for watching. And also we would like to invite anybody watching, if you'd like to visit one of our 14 groups, but our groups are listed under networking groups on www.ttrnetworking.com.
Yep.
And we'd love to have you. And until next time, may all your days be filled with authenticity.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you.